So welcome to another session of POS Cloud or Follow 2, the latest version by the Vivaldi Systems Company. This video is going to focus on kind of back office overview. Back office, again, to get access to any of these items in the list, if they're not appearing in your menu, you need to log in as a manager, you need to go to your staff, and you need to turn on the options that they need access to. Okay? So that's pretty important. You want to turn on all these options. Then you'll get this back office menu. And once you get that back office menu, you're going to have things like Customer Manager. And Customer Manager is, we've got a whole video on that. It basically is, or talks about the different elements in the customer screen. Now, just as an overview, all customers need to be active or they won't appear in the search. Taxable, and they won't get taxed. Loyalty, if you want them to get loyalty points. Alerts are basically you can type something here and it's going to pop up an alert. If it's a wholesale customer and you're going to be doing billing and it's a customer that you're going to have many tickets for, you're going to have one ticket that says 28 blouses, you want to click wholesale. The iHome Valet password is purely just the password that they use their email address, which is entered up here, and their password to log into the iHome Valet website. They can see their orders, they can schedule pickups and various things. This is their starch preference. I recommend that you do set that. When you do a laundry item, it'll pop up and tell you, oh yeah, they prefer light starch or heavy starch. Okay. Building is just if you're delivering to a building or an office and it's got the room number and things like that. Okay. So that's all general. Accounting is if you need to give somebody a percentage discount, like 10% off. The linked account we discussed in accounting, you don't want to add anything there unless you're going to send the bill to somebody else. This is all the billing address information. Deposit is the current deposit that, let's say they give you $50 and you want to keep track of that. AR percent off means that they're going to get a percentage off when they transfer to accounts receivable. So I'm going to actually remove that here so it's not confusing. Billing cycle is how often you want to bill them, weekly or monthly, etc. Account has to be turned on to be account. Cash only, if you turn that on, they got to pay cash. They can't do credit card, they can't do checks. And then this is a credit card token for credit card processing. Sales gives you their current sales volumes, and if you need to enter a credit card back as a token, this is where you can put the expiration and the security code. This is their credit loyalty, current dollars, and what level they're at. So we'll talk about that with loyalty later. Delivery is really, if this is a hotel, you turn that on, it's going to ask for the room number and name every time you write a ticket. And if you're going to deliver this ticket on a route, then you want to put regular route and you want to put the route number that you want it delivered to and probably the stop number too. Okay. Right now we're going to keep routing off on this. And general ledger code is really for hotels, where you're going to, this particular customer is going to go to a column in the general ledger called guests or food and beverage or house or management. Pricing level is very important. If you set a pricing level here, every time you select an item, it'll see if there's a price level 1 for that item, and it'll use the price level 1 for the item instead of the regular price. Okay? So that's enough for a customer. I want to go over to staff here. This is what we talked about before. Every staff member needs an ID. The ID would be saved to the system under the transaction management. You don't need an email address for every person, but you could. This is their PIN that they're going to use to log in with. So when you first log in, you're always going to go in as the general, 1234, or in this case 2164. But then when the counter person little pop-up login appears, they want to enter their individual code, which is, in this case, counterperson 1 is code is 22222. And this shows an access level, which we'll get to a little bit later. The most important thing is that you turn on what you want that individual to be able to do. If they want to be able to mark ready and assign locations as a counterperson, which they should, you need to turn those on, okay? If they need to get to accounts, give them that. If they need to Z out the cash drawer, then you want to turn on the cash drawer as well, okay? Credit card management's a little bit different. This is through Global Payments, and it allows you to log in and see all your credit card processing. This is actually their website. You can contact sales if you want to use Global Payments. We have a system where Follow will automatically pay your fees. So if you do Global Payments, you can set up a 3% charge, and it gets charged on the back end to every credit card in Global Payments, and the customer will actually pay the 3% charge. Your ticket may be $100, but they'll actually get charged $103, and that $3 will go toward paying all your fees and your rental, and you won't pay any credit card processing fees. So that's kind of a website. You can, if you have an account, log in. If not, contact sales and tell them you have the Vivaldi Follow and you want to set up an account, and they'll set you up pretty quick. Account Manager, we have a whole video on that, so we're not going to go into that. Delivery Manager, there's an entire video on that. So again, we're not going to go into that. Delivery Manager is if you want to set up routes and use the iHome Valet and all that stuff. Now the Wholesale Manager we are going to talk about. So wholesale accounts are a little bit different. They're an agency that sends their dry cleaning to you to clean, and you send it back. So what most people do is they set up a wholesale account, and when they write a ticket, they basically will put in wholesale numbers like 28 blouses and 50 shirts. And you would set up the account under Edit Account, where there's usually a AR percentage off. So when it transfers to accounts receivable and you send them the bill, you negotiate 55%, 40%, whatever. And that way the account receivable bill will show that percentage, okay? The Edit Account button here just brings up that wholesale's account, so you could see if they actually owe anything. And I'm going to hit the back arrow back here, and I don't think I have any sample accounts here. So these people don't have any tickets here, but you know, yeah, I think you guys know how to write tickets. And basically, with the wholesale account, you put them on a delivery route just for themselves, and then you process the account, and it'll transfer all those tickets over to accounts receivable automatically for you. Route Manager is probably the easiest one. If you're going to set up a delivery route, then you need to first come to Route Manager, and you need to set up your routes. So Route 1 is like house number 12. Route 2 is Monday, Thursday afternoon, north side. It's being delivered by the driver, Rick. And then Route 3 and Route 4. And then all you do is when you pull up a customer that wants to be on the delivery route, you just go to delivery and you go to the route field and you just enter whatever route number that they want. If they sign up for delivery through iHome Valet for you, then all this will automatically appear, because when they sign up, they actually select the route that they want. So it's good to make your route include information like Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, and things like that, so they know, and maybe even the place, like Wednesday morning, St. Charles, because this will appear in iHome Valet as a selection when they sign up. So routes are very easy. In order to add a route, just go to Edit Route, and you can click the Add button and assign a new number and give it a description, and you're all set. And then that will add another route. If you need to delete a route, just go ahead and come here, hit delete. The only thing you need with a route is a unique route number and a description, okay? Some people put the driver in the vehicle, but that's up to you. A hotel manager is pretty simple. Basically, these are just customers where hotel has been selected. And again, it's just like delivery. So if the hotel has a credit card, you can process that. You will set up hotels differently. You could have just the Marriott hotel, or you could have Marriott guest, Marriott manager, Marriott St. Louis food and beverage, or Marriott household. And then when you write a ticket, you select basically one of those customers and you write the ticket. To manage the hotels, you can come back here and notice the hotel guest, click account, and it'll actually pull up all the tickets that have been placed on account for that particular customer. So you can see here that the Sheraton Clayton guest says they owe $287, but there's nothing showing because there's nothing within the last 30 days. So you could show all, and it shows all the tickets. This was Jack S. in room 666, and he charged $26. But you'll notice $22.31 because the Sheraton has a percentage off. They give actually 40% or whatever back to the hotel. So the hotel only owes 22, but the hotel will collect 26. So that's where the hotels make their money. So anyway, these are basically all tickets written for the Sheraton Clayton, and you can print a statement at any point. You click the email button, and if you have an email for the general manager, it'll send the statement to the general manager or invoice, so they could pay the bill, send you a check, you just hit payment. So it's just like accounts receivable hotels, but it just shows you only the hotels that you're working with. Okay, so not the regular customers that are on your account. So again, you can select any of these, hit print statement, it'll print a statement. You can print an invoice, or if they have a credit card on file, the hotel might, you charge automatically to the credit card by hitting that button. Or to make payments, just hit edit account. So general ledgers, this is where you would hit add and set up your various general ledger codes. And there's household, there's some standard ones that are built into our reports. And if you're doing hotels, I would call support and get those standard accounts and codes, and we can add those for you. But basically, the guests would categorize it by guests, etc. And the last is store management. And the store management is really basic store information. Okay, the email address you're using, you can't change it. Once you set up an account under a particular email, that's the email you use to log in. Okay, and there has to be a user set up with that email, or you won't be able to get in. So don't ever delete the primary email. And you may say, oh, I don't use that email. This is only internal. Okay, this is only internal. It's only used to log in to Vivaldi. So it could be a fake email as well. Here's the next ticket number. I don't recommend you ever change this lower, or the system's going to get upset with you because you're going to be writing over existing tickets. You can make the next order number higher, but not lower. Okay. Enterprise, that's purely just the enterprise number for the store number. If you have multiple stores, you would set them up comma delimited, all the store numbers here. So it would be like, store 21, comma, store 56, comma, cord store. And then that will allow you access to log into multiple stores. These are the comments that appear on the ticket. You can change these anytime you want. These delivery zip codes are very important. They're used for iHome Valet. So when someone goes into iHome Valet and types in their zip code is 63121, your store will pop up. And they can click on your store and select it and sign up for delivery service. And you'll get an email, and you'll see they automatically show up on that route. Open printer setup is pretty cool. You hit that button, it'll actually pull up the Windows printers. So you can make sure that your printers are all set up, that they're all configured, etc., etc. Import sample items and prices you do not want to use once you've set up your items and prices. This will bring in items and prices from our sample store and put it into your store, and it will add to your current ones. So you don't want to do that. Actually, it deletes your current items and prices and brings in ours. So that's under back office. Thank you for joining us again, and we'll see you in the next video.